Hi guys, how are you doing today? Side note, this whole side of my mouth hurts so bad because my wisdom teeth are coming in and they're constantly like getting infected. It's just not a good time. And now I have a canker sore on my tongue because I ate a whole bag of dill pickle chips and then didn't brush my teeth before bed. Anyway, hi, how are you guys? If you do not know me, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Paige Layle. You may know me from TikTok. If you're not doing so already, feel free to check out my TikTok at Paige Layle. And while you're at it, you could also follow my Instagram with the same name. I'm an autistic human being, and so over here we talk about autism and stuff. As some of you may be aware, I did buy a house that I moved into in June, so about 8 months ago. I'll link the video up here in the eye if you guys want to check out what my house looked like when I first moved in. And I am living alone, so that means not only did I get to design everything and have all my decor, all of the things that I want in the house, but I also had to make sure that the house was set up for success, for me to succeed in. Living alone comes with a lot of challenges, but especially as an autistic person, there are some day-to-day things that I have a lot of trouble doing. And besides my mother coming usually once a week to help me clean the house, get the garbage out, stuff like that, 95% of the time I am alone. So here are things in my autistic house that just make sense. Before we dive into it though, I do want to give a big thank you to our sponsor for making this video possible, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people like you and I. You all know I'm a huge fan of learning new things or old things with new tips and tricks. I love drawing, doodling, I'm an avid bullet journaler, and I also have Procreate where I draw a lot of things for my journal, posters, stickers, and now tattoos. I took the course Digital Illustration, Learn to Use Procreate by Jerome Vogel, and that's where I now learn to create things like this. Skillshare also has no ad. Whether it takes you a month, a week, or an hour to learn a new skill, there's something for everyone on Skillshare. Or perhaps you've already mastered a skill and you just want to learn some new techniques. You can do it all on Skillshare. Join live classes and experience real-time inspiration as you connect with popular teachers while working alongside other members. Or join an existing class and learn on your own way. The first 1,000 subscribers who click the link down below, right there in the description box, are going to receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So you can start exploring your creativity today. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and now on to the video. My mouth hurts so much. I have 2 really big tips that I want to start off with. Have things be set up in a way that makes it the least amount of steps possible for you to complete a task. And my second thing is make as much visible as possible. If you have poor object permanence like myself, so you find that a lot of my autistic things are just kind of like hacks to make things easier for myself. First, you have the coffee station. So not only do I have the coffee maker there, but I also have the coffee there and out, visible. And I have the sugar there, which is also out and visible. I have syrup pumps. I also have my tea bags and my mugs all in the same place. The only thing I don't have there are spoons, but that's because the spoons are real close, and I'm not gonna forget when I need a spoon where the spoons are and that I need a spoon. And then things like cream, milk that are in the fridge. Everything is just in one location and I can see it all. A lot of these accommodations are in the kitchen because the kitchen is not a very nice sensory place and also a place that I do not visit very frequently. So another thing that I have is a sliding pantry. So here is very shallow. I can see everything. There's nothing deep and hidden behind another object. It's organized in a way that makes sense to me, that I know what is in here. All of the things that I'm going to eat likely every day are around eye level, and storage items are down below. It's a very organized space, a very categorized space, and all I need to do is really open the pantry and look. My third thing is, you know how most people put their condiments in the door of the fridge because it's like skinny and that's where condiments usually go? I have my condiments in a drawer, in one of the drawers at the bottom of the fridge. This is because when I open the fridge and see a bunch of condiments, sometimes I'm like, my fridge is empty. I have nothing in here. But when I specifically go, I know I want mustard, well, I'll open the fridge and I'll find the mustard. You know what I'm saying? I don't just open the fridge, look at mustard and go, oh, I'll eat mustard today, right? It's a condiment. Like, you know when you want a condiment. Also, I do have a dishwasher, thank the Lord. And to make sure that I'm doing my dishes regularly, I have all the dishwashing things right next to the dishwasher. Another thing in my kitchen is the food for my puppy. So Macy's food is in the kitchen as well, and it's all out the open. And also her food being in the kitchen, the bowl is visible, I can see when it's empty, and also I'm likely to be in the kitchen around the time where she also needs to eat, and so it will remind me that my dog also needs to eat. Something else I do though is I'm much more likely to feed my animals than I am to feed myself. And so what I do is I make sure that every time I look and I'm like, oh, my animals need to be fed, I feed myself first and then my animals. That is not only to keep me fed, but it's also what happens in like wolf health packs, like the alpha eats first and then everyone else does. I also have, when I want to go outside, I have all of my shoes, my mitts, my hats, my coats. Everything that I need is right there at the door, ready to go. And the floor in my back room is heated, so when I come in with snowy boots or snowy mitts, I can just put them on the floor and the snow will melt off and they'll be nice and warm when I put them on again. When it comes to my cat, I do have a kitty litter that is hidden, so that can be more difficult because it's something that I'm not seeing. But thankfully, I guess my cat takes gnarly dumps. They smell so bad. He is such a stinky butt. I end up cleaning his litter either every day or every other day, so that helps. I can smell it and then I'm like, gotta go clean that. Now with other things around my house, you'll notice I have sticky notes or notepads or boards or anything that I can write my notes on, mostly in every room throughout the house. My brain goes very fast. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of lists, a lot of to-do lists. So I have a pen and paper in every room of the house. I also have my schedule plastered on my closet, which is right at the end of my bed. So it's somewhere that I'm gonna look at every day. So having that nice big visual reminder is very helpful for me throughout the day to not be as stressed. Another thing that I keep on my wall is right next to my desk, which is where I have my feelings wheel and my feelings list. I'm trying to become more conscious of what my body is doing and what it's telling me. I have very poor interoception, so doing things like that are very difficult. But I've recently come to the realization that I have like two emotions ever. My thoughts and my feelings, like my brain and my body, are two completely separate entities, and I would really like them to get along. My desk is very important to me. It is very large, so I can fit a lot of things on it. I constantly like to have all of my electronics going at one time. Laptop, my iPad, and my phone all going, and likely the TV going as well, just for some background noise. They're all doing different things, really, and I don't want to interrupt anything that I'm doing. And my desk also is equipped with all of the chargers that I'll need for all of these things as well, even though the primary space where they're charged is on my bed. I'm a very big fan of corners, if you can't tell from my couch. I've always liked small spaces. I like to be feeling safe in the corner. So the corners are always pretty cozy for me. The corner of my bedroom has Christmas lights I can turn on and off. I'm going to be putting more shelves in there. I have all of my chargers there. And my bed is also big enough that I can leave my electronics on one side charging while I sleep on the other side, which happens to be another corner. On this corner, I have another light source that is easily reachable while I'm in bed or out of it. And I have all of my bedtime essentials, if you will, which are a bunch of books and notebooks. One thing about lamps is you will notice that I have a lot of them. I don't know what it is specifically, but I know that it's a neurodivergent thing. I will do everything I can to not turn on the big light, the main light. So I have lamps in my room. I have them in the living room. I have these LED lights that light up underneath the cabinets, and the remote for them is right after the hallway when you first step into the kitchen, which is closer than the light switches are. There also is a small light just for the coffee section as well. And the Christmas lights are constantly on in the living room. I do not like things to be pitch black ever, so I also have night lights everywhere. See if you can spot them. Another thing I have everywhere is mirrors, and I used to get made fun of this all the time. I used to be constantly looking in mirrors, and now I've just accepted it as part of me, and I can never have enough mirrors. I think it first started because I'm so fascinated with my human vessel. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, it's like I'm looking at a new person every time. But now a big thing for me with mirrors is I can look at myself in a mirror and I'm more likely to be able to tell if I'm in need of something, because my body doesn't really tell me that much. But it also kind of gives me a reminder that I am a human person and I need to do those things. So look at myself and be like, oh, you probably should go to the bathroom, shouldn't you? It's like I'm a parent to myself. So there are mirrors everywhere, mirrors when I'm working, and one big one is a mirror right next to my closet. So that makes it a lot easier to choose outfits. I can just pull them out, turn to my right. Okay, it looks good. Sounds great. One other thing about my closet is there's a light in there, stunning, great. But all of my clothes are pretty much the same color. Everything is kind of brown, beige, white, neutral colors. They're very safe for me to look at. They don't bother my eyes. And it makes choosing outfits a lot easier and faster because everything pretty much matches. You just grab things and put them on your body. And also my clothes are all for the most part sensory friendly, especially the clothes that I have in my upstairs closet. It's important to me to have everything visible, which is why the walk-in closet downstairs is pretty awesome. And upstairs, I don't have very many drawers. My drawers that I do have are under my bed, but they hold things like socks, underwear, which are things that I don't forget to put on. So it's okay that they're hidden. I don't like socks very much, but I also don't like the cold floor or if there's like anything sticky. Not a fan, so I have slippers next to my bed that I wear pretty much all the time throughout the house. Now, some things in my kitchen that I think are really cool are all of my dishes are bamboo. One thing that I cannot stand in the kitchen is the clanging of dishes. And so I made sure that when buying things for my house, I got dishes that didn't clang as much. And to aid in that as well, I have all of my shelves inside of the cupboards lined with this non-slip kind of mat thing. Because when it comes to glasses. I do have like some glasses, and I just don't want to hear them banging around. I don't want them sliding. I really do not want that. And it makes me feel safer when I open up the cupboard that nothing's gonna fall on me. That may be a strange fear, but I don't like things being near my head. I don't like things potentially hitting my head. In my living room, I do have a little hanging swing hammock thing. Swaying is a very nice sensory experience, but I do have a stool right at my feet, so I'm never feeling trapped in the swing. I'm always in control of how and when I'm swinging. And the last place I want to take you is the bathroom. I try to make a mental note every time I'm in the bathroom to go over a checklist of things that you do in the bathroom and see if I need to do any of those things. And one thing that helps me is having things out and visible, and so that's why I have my perfume, my deodorant, dry shampoo, micellar water, and toothbrush out in the open. The one thing I don't put out in the open is my medication. That's because there is a certain time every single day that I have to take my medication, and I do have an alarm for that. Wherever the medication are, I will find them and I will take them. I do have my medication laid out in order of which ones I take first. I do take them all at the same time. I do take all of my medication in the morning, but I go down the line, I take this. Also, if my medication were out in the open, there's a good chance that I may look at them and be like, did I take them? I don't know. Now I see them and maybe I should take more, and then take too many. And that also entices me to open up the mirror cabinets in my bathroom. And that houses a bunch of things like Q-tips, I have face skin products, my toothpaste is in there, typical bathroom things. And one thing that I do keep in there are vitamins, which I need to take. So as an adult with adult money, I pay for kid vitamins because they're way more fun and they taste good. Of course, this doesn't always work. There are still a lot of things that I don't get done on time. Even though my vacuum is out, I don't always vacuum, and that's just because of the noise. The dishes sometimes don't get put in the dishwasher, and that's also because of the noise. And I often have recyclables that are just chilling on my counter, and that's because they have to go outside in the shed, and a lot of times I don't want to. It takes a lot of effort to go do those things. My tips for you if you are autistic and living alone is 1, fill it with things that make you happy, whether that's colors that make you happy, things like my crystals, for example, are mine, that make you happy. Have them out and about. Make your space a good one that you want to be in. Second thing is to make it as sensory friendly as possible to whatever your sensory needs are. Third is make as many things visible as possible. And fourth is to decrease the number of steps that it takes for you to do a task. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for caring. And thank you for following me on my house journey. Living alone is weird. So if you have any more tips on living alone as an autistic person, feel free to share them below because I'm sure everyone else would like your opinion and I would also like it. I hope that you have had a lovely week and I hope that you have a lovely weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.